It's the Big Three on CBS. 2 games down and 1 more to go this afternoon in Las Vegas. It's an intriguing one. The Bull Hogs trying to get to 2-0 against the Aliens at Orleans Arena. Well, this Big Three season, there is a goal in mind to get to the Bahamas and the championship. That will be awfully nice, including for the triplets trying to defend their title. I'm at Cohen with the triplets head coach, Hall of Famer Lisa Leslie. 2 games in the books. And Lisa, we talk about intriguing matchups. The Ball Hogs last year won a game. If they win here today, they can get to 2-0.
Well, it's kind of funny when you think about that. Them winning only 1 game last year, and now they're 1-0. 2-0 would be great, but when you look at what they've added with Leandro Barbosa, the Brazilian blur, he is here, folks, and he is balling. Putting the ball in the basket, whether it's the drive, the step back. We know that he had always been a prolific scorer, able to run off a lot of points when we saw him in the NBA, and guess what? It continues, but he's going against another guy, Ronaldo Bachman, who's been impressive, had 14 points and 14 rebounds, which is a league high with his double-double. He's going to have something to say about that today, Ed.
No doubt. Double-double last week. Rosters for Game 3 presented by PNC Bank. The captain, Greg Oden, against Scal and the Bull Hogs. And Lisa, when you think about overdraft protection, what comes to mind here in Game 3?
Well, the overdraft protection for me is really going to go to the big guy, Greg Oden. We know that he had a plethora of injuries that affected his NBA career, but he's healthier. He's out here and playing in half court. I would like to see him be really effective on that inside, able to dominate. Like, that's what the Aliens need from him, and I know he's capable of doing it.
The great Rick Barry, in his 4th year as Ball Hogs head coach, Hall of Famer in 1987. And the baddest bad boy of them all, Rick Mahorn, year 1 with the Aliens after stints with Trilogy, and last year, 2 years ago, with the Enemies. Greg Oden at the center of the Aliens. Bull Hogs with Hogs, Barbosa, and Jody Meeks to start. Push shot from Meeks, gets his own rebound. Hogs defended well, the cut and the finish by Jody Meeks.
Yeah, nice pass, nice cut for Jody Meeks, but again, I thought that was a good defensive possession when you look at what Greg Oden was able to do in forcing the Ball Hogs to make the extra pass.
Andre Owens stripped off Barbosa. So Lisa, for the Aliens, Owens, Brandon Rush, and Greg Oden, all 3 played for the Aliens 2 years ago.
Well, and they had a really tough season, not getting, as we said before in the opener, only 1 win. But, you know, you take a lot of bumps. They were a new team, just as Team Triplets was. And I think now you get an understanding of what the Big Three is about, how physical it is. Are they ready to come out and compete?
Rush over Meeks. Brandon Rush, he's the best 3-point option for the Aliens in a 2nd year with the team.
Absolutely, and Brandon Rush, again, another guy, streaky shooter who, if he gets it going, you can be in trouble really quick. So it's going to be important for him to stay aggressive when he sees that shot.
How about Barbosa? Yes, he is the Brazilian blur, and he's going to the foul line. Let's go back to Rush.
There's Rush there, nice square up. And again, I think when you look at the first season, it was the unknown for a lot of guys. As it is, when we look at like Nick Young coming in, it's not what it looks like, folks, on television. It's happened a lot faster and it's a lot more physical. And so Barbosa doing a nice job coming in, playing really strong, using his quickness. And for some of the smaller guards, when you still have that quickness, the ability to guard, the ability to jump high, you can be very effective in this league.
Barbosa nearly made the Warriors roster this year when they had an opening due to injury. Brian Scalabrini's put together a new-look team in 2021. Barbosa over Oden and cleared by Brandon Rush. Dump to Oden. Takes Hogs to the basket. Air ball. Meeks with the finish, and the Bull Hogs leading by 1.
That's going to be tough. The air balls are one of the things that really makes the possession where you're like, if the other team gets the rebound, the putback, that's a killer for you. And so you got to be important. It's important to hit the rim, you know. I don't know that we ever had to teach people that, like, when you're shooting, hit the rim, but it's very important in this league.
Brandon Rush collecting the miss. Back and forth start, 7-6 Aliens. Barbosa lines it up and drills the three.
And here, Ball Hogs doing a nice job with the pick and roll, forcing the switch, which pulls out Odin. He doesn't want to come out too far. Barbosa able to knock down that three.
Rick Barry, he is known to make a quick change early in big three games as Rush converts again. Will McDonald's already waiting to come on for the Ball Hogs. Tied at 9. Hawes wide open. That's his shot. Lisa Rush with 7 early for the Aliens as Odin came down with it and Hawes with the foul.
Yes, and when you look inside, watch the pick and roll, which is an action that's tough because they switch as opposed to, I'm not sure why they switch actually, because Andre Owens had enough time to come underneath, but by switching Greg Oden on the outside, you put him in a tough position to try to guard Leandro Barbosa, who knocks down the jumper.
Owens can't convert against Meeks. Jody Meeks, quick release, and Rush there for the rebound. Game 3 of the day. Odin, hook shot, won't go. Meeks wants it from the corner. Odin doesn't foul him. At least they don't call it.
Right.
Brandon Rush drills it, and he has scored 10 of the first 12 for the Aliens.
Well, that was nice. Brandon Rush, again, it looked like Odin could have had a foul, but no call. Pass out to Brandon Rush. He's like, man, I got the threes today.
Turning back the clock over 30 years ago, there's number 22, John Spider Sally. And the baddest bad boy of them all, Rick Mahorn, winners first of 2 in 1989. Victorious at the Forum, and now John Sally with the head coach of the Aliens. Over to John and Rick Mahorn.
Rick, you always thought I was an alien when I was a rookie, and you called me.
You're still an alien.
And what did you call me?
Doo-doo.
Okay, well, we can't tell people why, but anyway.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
It's all good.
All right, your guys are really close. Last week you got to 0. This week?
Well, we're trying to do what we got to execute our defensive principles. You should know something about not playing no defense. So
we'll be right back. Thank you, guys. We're going off right now. Going to the game.
He made a quick getaway.
Okay. Got it.
John Sally, winner of 4 NBA titles, 2 with the Bad Boys. John, has to be a trip down memory lane when you come out here to cover Rick's Aliens.
Yeah, he had a way of punching me all the time, too. No one ever said that. He said I look like an alien. Now he's coaching them. This is amazing.
And it's his 3rd team of the Big 3. As the Ball Hogs are called for a 14-second violation. You know, Lisa, my first memory of John Sally was with the old VHS, Dazzling Dunks basketball bloopers. John was all over it. Messing with Joe Dumars. Aliens, 10 points already from Brandon Rush. Owens want to shoot. McDonald's grabbing the carom.
Both teams really losing track of the clock, and I really think that's the bench's fault. Their teammates that are watching should do the countdown so that they know exactly what's happening. Both teams rushed because they don't know how much time's left on the clock. 14 seconds go really fast.
You think about at the NBA level, WNBA level, as McDonald goes reverse on a nice find by Meeks and finishes on an offensive rebound. It goes from 24 to 14, and that's really helped speed up the game. But in the Big 3, every possession you start at 14. You
start at 14, but that 14 seconds after you get a rebound and then possession changes, you turn around, you do one pick and roll, and hey, you're at a countdown. You know, you're at 7-6, and so you kind of have to know what the clock is at all times. And when you got the possession.
Barbosa, the blur by Owens, and a chance at 3.
Nice drive by Barbosa, really taking the contact and able to finish on the inside, something we've seen him do his whole career. And great to see that he's still able to do it here in the Big 3.
Barbosa now with 7. Shannon Brown in for the Aliens, takes a spot of Brandon Rush. Leandro Barbosa, he's 38 years old. And the free throw goes, giving him a 3-point play. So player, mentor, coach with Golden State. And Lisa admitted in May that he was very close to signing a 10-day contract. Hasn't played in the NBA in 4 years. Balkman the roll, hit hard by McDonald. And Balkman getting up will get a 2-point shot.
Well, Bachman right here doing a nice job, and I'm glad he didn't get hurt because of the way that he ran into McDonald. Not intentional, but almost undercut his legs out from under him. He really started out so strong and impressive last week with that 14 points and 14 rebounds. A guy they really have to keep an eye on, know exactly where he is on the court.
Tie game at 14. Game 3 of the day.
Mismatch with the mouse in the house. Can he capitalize? Right there, McDonald, nice job. And this is the beautiful part about the Big 3, the pick and rolls. When you get that mismatch, get a big guy with a small down in there in the paint, can you take advantage of those? Ball Hogs able to do that right now.
Look at the D by Barbosa. And now McDonald against Owens.
There's a shot clock.
They had the switch, and they still snuffed it out, and a violation on the Aliens.
Yeah, because that shot clock, as I said before, the time going so fast, and everybody has to be aware on the offensive team. Sometimes your teammate needs help. Sometimes you just got to put it up there and get it on the glass and try to get that rebound.
Barbosa, a long 2 off the dribble. 18-15 Ball Hogs, and Barbosa picking up where he left off last week when he scored 22 in his Big 3 debut, and a timeout from the Aliens.
Well, you know you needed a timeout because Barbosa's getting hot, and he's knocking down jumpers once again. Bachman could have made a better effort defensively, but again, you know, Barbosa, if he has any space, we watched him shoot many times, you know, for Phoenix, taking down the Lakers, fast jumpers, quick. You know, he comes from that era where they were trying to get a shot off in 9 seconds or less.
Yep.
Remember that? So this guy, a very fast release and able to be effective on the inside.
We talk about most improved coming into the season, and the Ball Hogs, Lisa, they might be it, because in their franchise history, 4 wins total in the first 3 seasons, and they're reviewing were his feet behind the line.
Absolutely. Down it. That's a 3.
It was called a 2, so I think they're going to add a point here. On cue, at a point, 19-15 for the Ball Hogs.
Yeah, his foot wasn't even close. I'm not sure why that was a review, but maybe the official from their angle couldn't see it the way we could in replay. It happened so fast for them, but clearly a 3-point shot.
Could be the base. It's bumping here at Orleans Arena. Download the exclusive Big 3 app in the App Store and Google Play Store for exclusive content, highlights, stats, and merch. Download the Big 3 app today. Lisa, Scout just came over. I think he's about to drop a play.
Well, he said he stole this play from me. What was that? The horns, trying to get his guy to come off and turn the corner. Let's see if it works out.
Oh, not there. Aliens still at the possession. Balkman able to finish. All right.
Okay, let's see what the Ball Hogs do now. Scout said this is a play that he stole from me.
Coach, take us through it.
Let's see, pass. Oh, going off the, okay, with the picker with the back screen. He didn't give me the point though. You know, after you take my play, you got to point over to me like, yeah, I got that from you. It's going to be important for these teams to step up their game, and they realize that the trip was, out of his shoe. Oh my goodness, with the dive over.
Oh, we got it shot.
Shannon Brown dribbles, crosses over right out of his own shoe. McDonald recognizes and just jumps on top of him. No foul call. I always wondered how players lose their shoe. Like, is it not tied tight enough? And I think about my son who does not tie his shoe tight. I don't know how you play with your shoe so loose around your ankles.
What you used to do if apparently the shoe never came off?
Never. I've never lost a shoe. But I mean, I had ankle braces on and then 2 pair of socks and my shoes tied really tight. After jump ball, I would tie my shoe again. That was my ritual, my thing.
Whoop. Too good a first step. Greg Oden, that's an air ball. And lands out of bounds, will be taken by the Ball Hogs. Gotta give Scout credit. I mean, he draws it up and you get a 3 out of it. The captain and the coach for a possession.
Yeah, well, you know, team triplets, it's a good team to watch. They're well coached.
You can still bring it back. It's out there, but you can still bring it back. Jody Meeks. And the rebound, Shannon Brown. Ed Cohen, Lisa Leslie, John Sally with you from Las Vegas. Ball lost, Shannon Brown. Ball Hogs will take over. And again, first 25 gets us to the break. Pause in for the Ball Hogs. Andre Owens. Lisa, former captain. And Rick Mahorn said a little motivation for Owens because he was drafted, had to get back into the league. And a timeout from Rick Barry. Andre Owens back with that core. 4 of the 5 guys are back from last season. 5-point game. Aliens trailing 22-17. Among the coaching fraternity here in the Big Three. Winner with Trilogy in 2017 and then last stint with the Enemies 2 years ago and now in year 1 with the Aliens. But Lisa, you are part of the group champions as coaches in the Big Three. It was Rick Mahorn in year 1, Nancy Lieberman in 2018, and then guiding the triplets to the title 2 years ago in 2019, led by ISO Joe.
Yes, I think to win a championship, the first one is always the hardest. It's going to be important to try and see who can win, if a coach can win a second championship, and that is obviously all of our goals, but definitely my goal in particular.
Ball Hogs nearing the break. Owens a step back. That's good. Andre Owens with a hand in his face. Aliens within 3.
Well, the Aliens needed that shot, and Andre doing a nice job. I mean, it was definitely a one-on-one step back, but a much-needed bucket for the Aliens.
Hawes posting up on Rush. Spencer Hawes drills it.
That was a little bit too easy there. Rush going to have to put a hand up or something. Hawes able to just turn and shoot over the top.
Aliens a little smaller right now with this 3 on the floor. Owens fighting. Hawes shot it loose. Brown there. Rush with the finish.
Now that's the 50-50 ball that it's going to take. That type of effort. I know Owens felt like he was fouled, but he fought hard to get that ball out of there and luckily rolled into a teammate's hands. Nice job of all of the Aliens fighting for that possession. Shannon Brown able to pick it up and drop it off to Rush for 2.
Brandon Rush with 12 now. Barbosa, the switch. Too much English.
Too much English, but nice try, right? Ooh.
Brandon Rush not there. Barbosa climbing the ladder. Hawes looking back door. Meeks slips it. Hawes will get a 2-point shot that could get us to the break.
And I like the movement. Ball Hogs doing a nice job sharing the ball, moving well without it. Haas doing a nice job of slipping to the back door. Meeks finding them over the top. That ball movement. Oh, we're gonna bring the fire! Let's go!
All right, Rick. Let's do it here in Vegas. It was exciting in game 1. Craig Smith for the Ghost Ballers in a play that turned around that victory. Taco Bell bring the fire here in game 3. Hawes and Owens. What do you make of this matchup?
Well, it's a good matchup really for the aliens. When you talk about going one-on-one against a small, not that easy. You have 10 seconds as long as Hogs does not step back out of the three-point line. And if you can get him to foul you, that's the biggest, I think, the way to get the most out of the fireball is to try to get fouled and score. So either way, Hogs up and under, a pump fake. I would use something like that, really drive into the basket, take off fast, and now use an alternative. But don't let him steal the ball. That's what you don't want when you bring the fire. You got to protect that ball. That's why I said aliens had the advantage. It's tough to beat a small.
And the strategy there is, you know, Hogs, you don't bring the fire. He gets a two-point shot at the foul line. You get a stop, you win, bring the fire, and you prevent the scoring. And now Rush had a chance to tie the game. Jody Meeks, air ball. Hogs, put back no. Owens. Hogs wants it against Owens. Barbosa, blow by, flip no good. Still at 24-21 ball Hogs.
I like this. This matchup is really good. Both teams working hard, both trying to get that extra advantage in Rush. Nice job. Step back with the jumper. It was a two-pointer, not a three. But Aliens doing a good job of fighting back and really putting the pressure on the ball Hogs.
Jody Meeks and Lisa with the break. Ball Hogs 27, the Aliens 23. A tight final game of the day here in Las Vegas.
Both teams came out looking really good, strong. Rush doing a nice job, but it's been the Brazilian blur, the difference in the first half for the ball Hogs.
The Big Three on CBS Sports is sponsored by SuperDraft, the official fantasy partner of the Big Three. Play now at big3superdraft.com.
Halftime of Game 3 in Las Vegas. Big Three on CBS. Ball Hogs lead the Aliens by 4. Ed Cohen back with the Hall of Famer, head coach of the Triplets, Lisa Leslie. First half, Ball Hogs had the lead. Aliens chipped away. 14 points for Barbosa, 14 for Brandon Rush. We got a good one here in Vegas.
I'm loving it, and Barbosa not disappointing. Second week in the Big Three, and he's still coming through hard. When you look at the Brazilian blur, the jumper from the outside, still dropping dimes, going on the inside. He's able to get to the basket strong. And what I like, I think that the Aliens could do a better job of contesting it, but when you leave him open, you know you're in trouble.
John Sally over with the Brazilian blur, Leandro Barbosa.
Okay, big time. You got it going on today. What are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Just missing a couple easy shots that I usually make. But just got to stay with it, you know, and be patient.
Okay, you guys almost didn't take us into halftime. It was like you guys couldn't hit a shot. What's the second half of?
Well, we got to be strong when we go to the basket. I mean, there's not a lot of calls, so just got to be, you know, focused, concentration, and get it done.
Welcome to the Big Three. All right.
All right, guys, thanks. Lisa, I think Leandro Barbosa, one of those guys, because you mentioned his time with Phoenix, 7 seconds or less. You mentioned the championship with Golden State. You love to watch a guy like that, a winner in the NBA, and how he fits with a team that's on the rise in the Big Three.
Well, I think that he went to the best team for his position. They needed any type of help, obviously being 1-7 from 2 years ago. And so with him coming in and his prolific scoring, 14 points, he's 3 for 3 from three-point range. Automatically, Ball Hogs puts themselves in a position where they're contenders, and that's what you want. If they can come away with a win today, 2-0 will be better than everything that they've done, you know, in the last season in 2019.
Over the top, McDonald's. Nice feed by Barbosa, and the early start to the half for the Ball Hogs.
Nice feed on the inside. McDonald, nice hands. Great touch for a big guy. Oh, Rush loses the ball there. Meeks doing a good job of going to the basket. And here, sometimes players hesitate when you get that steal. 3-on-3, take it to the basket. If it has not been a shot attempt, any team can go and score.
Foul on McDonald. So for the Ball Hogs, Barbosa, Meeks, and McDonald. For the Aliens, Brandon Rush, Andre Owens, and Greg Oden.
And there's a battle going on inside with the big guys. Can Oden get a bucket without making a mistake? It's been hard for him.
Good
His
D.
touch is off.
And it never hit the rim.
Never hit the rim again. That is actually the 3rd air ball from Oden. So he's got to do a better job of his touch around the basket. Maybe go to a hook shot where you don't have a hand possibly interfering with the shot.
First 6 points out of the break to the Ball Hogs. Owens crossover, runner not there, but Meeks with the foul. And Owens will try and chip into the largest lead right now for the Ball Hogs today.
Well, the defense is there. McDonald, he actually didn't even foul him. So, you know, Oden's got to finish with his touch on the inside. Again, the mic and drill, big fella, get inside. Get you 100 shots underneath, getting used to this basketball that they're playing with, because it is a different ball than they're used to playing with in the NBA. But listen, everybody's playing with the same ball. Joe Johnson had 34 points with it. No excuses. Let's go.
In case you forget, that was 24 hours ago. Most ever in a Big 3 game. You get a nice seat for that one. Just a terrific comeback by your team and a great game from start to finish against Power.
Yes, shout out to all of my players. Not just Joe Johnson, because it took the whole team effort for us to get that win.
Oden, nice reverse, right back up and in without using glass.
Well, that's one way. If you don't have touch, just drop it in the basket, big fella. That's the way you got to get it done. He's down there, close enough, tall enough. Got to put it in the basket.
Former #1 pick, 2007, out of Ohio State. Looked like he had the block, but instead the blocking foul on Oden against big Will McDonald in a matchup that's gaining steam underneath.
It is, and it's a physical game, and there's no escaping it. What I love about the Big 3 is that you're under a spotlight pretty much every 14 seconds, because either you're defending and you're doing what you need to do, or you're getting scored on and taken advantage of, or exposed. And so you got to come out here ready to play, physically ready to play. And the other thing is there's no shot clock. There's no time. So you're not sure how long your game's going to last. So being physically fit is very important as well.
Greg Oden starting to click in that matchup against McDonald's. Greg Oden's 33. Obviously the injuries from the moment he stepped into the NBA in September of 2007. Never hit the rim. Oden coming ice cubes way. And boy, he put on the brakes and saved a couple of people in the front row.
Yeah, and Coutinho, you think he at least grabbed him. Coutinho was like, I am out of here. Look how fast Coutinho Mobley is gone. A hop, skip, and a jump. Like, I'm out.
Grab a seat.
Cube was going to protect his wife, Kim, over there. So I appreciate him at least staying in the mix, ready to catch him if he had to.
Great to see those two at every Big 3 stop and the residency to start the year in Vegas. Steal for the Aliens. They're down by 4. Rush, step back. Missed it. Barbosa times the rebound. Balkman in for the Aliens with Rush and Owens. Barbosa, Meeks, and Hawes for the Ball Hogs. Foul on Balkman. And Barbosa again will get a 2-point shot.
And Barbosa does something that's really interesting. As soon as he feels that body contact, he makes the layup. He puts the layup out. But then there is the Big 3 where you get to bring the fire. Is the challenge happening or what? You get one per half. The fire's on. Are they going to do it? They changed their mind? Oh, man. You know, that's part of my favorite part. Folks at home want to see bring the fire. Come on, one-on-one. What?
There's
like
a
we're really at the
chance
playground, you know?
that he called for it, and I guess they said, Rick Mahorn, if you didn't, okay, you keep your Bring the Fire challenge. but he still has one. Andre Owens drills the three against Meeks.
Okay, Andre, we see you heating up.
Timeout, Rick Barry. The Aliens in the midst of a 9-0 run. Remember, the Ball Hogs scored the first 6 out of the break, and the Aliens are right back in this game, courtesy of Andre Owens.
Well, Andre Owens did a nice job, and it started with his defense leading to that offense. Remember, it was him who was a part of the first half fire challenge, who came up with the steal. He came up with another steal just now prior to that basket. So coaches always love when the defense leads to great offense.
Tonight on CBS, it begins with 60 Minutes and an amazing shipwreck survival story, followed by new episodes of Big Brother and Love Island. That's tonight on CBS. Oh, Coach, talking about Andre Owens, you know, there's certain players, and every team has a number of them, who really embody the coaches. They take the role of captain or as team star so seriously. Andre Owens put so much into the Big Three experience.
And he's definitely heating up, but when you talk about enduring a season of 1-7, nobody wants to lose, and you're here, and all these guys have pride, you know, families watching, you want to win. So I feel like the investment that he made last season as Barbosa takes it to the basket again is really going to pay off. And he understands the urgency of wanting to get a win and the importance of getting one win at a time. And winning can be contagious just like losing can be contagious. I think right now, after having that win, he knows exactly what he wants and what that felt like.
Balkman tipped Meeks to Hawes, and the finish. Spencer Hawes gliding to the rim for 2.
Okay, Spencer, that was a nice finish with the left. Like it.
Got a good one. In game 3, who's got it? Hawes does. Ball Hogs by 5 on CBS. Today's monster moment of the game, fueled by Terrible's convenience stores. Let's go back to game 2. Jay Rich, Lisa Leslie flying in.
Jay Rich did it all. 20 points, 17 rebounds, and the dunk to seal the victory. It was great to watch. So excited. He could still get up, man.
40 years young, and you talk about a victory. Tri-State took down Bivouac 50-29 in game 2. Third game, Brandon Rush, who's led the Aliens with 14, comes up short. Barbosa, Hawes, and Meeks still for the Ball Hogs. Hawes faked the pass. Bumped. Can't connect over Rush. So Brandon Rush with Owens and Balkman for the Aliens, seeking their first win here in 2021.
And this is an important possession right here for the Aliens. Missed opportunity, had the rebound in hand and lost it.
Loose ball foul. It's on Ronaldo Balkman against Spencer Hawes.
And when you look at this possession, the Aliens really needed to come up with this ball, and I'm not sure why Balkman got a little too aggressive, throwing Hawes right out of bounds. That was right in front of the official. There are 3 of them out there. Not a good idea.
There's physical, and then there's that. Meeks deflected. Hawes fighting. Rush with the steal and the scoop. Brandon Rush with 16 now for the Aliens. 37-34 Ball Hogs. Barbosa stripped. Balkman able to convert. Owens there once again.
Ball Hogs just lost 2 possessions. You know, turnover after turnover. You really have to take care of that ball. And it was really because the spacing is bad. They need to separate a little bit more, figure out who's going to the basket, who's rolling, and who's popping out. That time, all 3 guys in the paint.
Barbosa not there. Owens with the finish. It never hit the rim. And the Aliens able to cash in, and they take the lead after trailing by 10 earlier in this half.
And it's tough when you shoot an air ball. Again, I know it sounds simple, but you got to hit the rim. You shoot an air ball, the other team gets to just pick it up, and it's an easy 2 on the inside.
Oh, Barbosa not there. A 6-0 Aliens run. And the foul. Barbosa with the strip against Balkman. Let's see if Balkman was going up. Yep, he's going to shoot a two-point shot.
Well, this would be a great time for a challenge. You have Barbosa, who's smaller than Balkman, to use fireball right here. This is when, if I was Coach Rick Barry, I would call for the fireball, because I think Barbosa would have a little bit more of an advantage when you talk about Balkman facing up on him, trying to go one-on-one.
Rick Barry's going to stash his bring the fire challenge for now. Balkman does oblige, missing the free throw. Barbosa able to hit the three, and the Ball Hogs have hit 40 for the game.
Nice, and it's heating up. I see that eye contact when the guys start to get that look in their eyes where they want to look the other man in his eyes after he scores a bucket. The tension's starting to heat up here.
Lisa, you've won 4 Olympic gold medals as Owens misses the jumper. Rebound Meeks, a couple of WNBA titles. But this is a game, you look at NBA champions. Rick Barry won with Golden State. Brian Scalabrine, Leandro Barbosa, Jody Meeks, each with NBA rings. And the aliens on the other side, you have Rick Mahorn, but also Brandon Rush with Golden State, Shannon Brown with the Lakers. Rush pull up. And the loose ball foul. You guys got your rings, the triplets at halftime yesterday.
Yes, listen, nothing beats winning and winning championships and getting championship rings. I don't care how often you do it. I don't know when that will ever get old. And look how beautiful. Where is the camera? I don't even know how to find the camera.
They just had you.
This ring is so awesome. Beautifully shaped, has a little triangle like my team logo. Very excited to have another championship ring added to my repertoire of rings, if you will.
Balkman's going to the line. I was going to say, you get one, that's great, but you still want more.
You always want more. You got, what, 10 fingers, including the thumbs. You know, I have 1, 2 championship rings. I have plenty. I have Olympic. We actually get rings in Olympics also. Okay. So they're not called championship rings. They're our Olympic rings. So I have 4 Olympic rings also. Yeah, never gets old.
Atlanta, Sydney, Athens, Beijing.
Beijing, 4 Olympic rings and 4 Olympic gold medals, yes. Yay, yay for me.
I won Best Spirit a couple times at camp.
There you go, Ed, represent.
We try. Balkman able to get the bounce. I mean, it's scary to see the 3 names. Ed Cohen, Lisa Leslie, John Sally. It's a lot of rings.
Ed, don't sell yourself short, though. You know the Cohens do. You know the Cohen families.
Tie game at 40. Meeks, he won with the Raptors. Ball deflected. Barbosa in the right spot. And the Ball Hogs strike again.
Wow, talk about luck of the Irish there. That ball bounced right past 3 players, right into Barbosa's hands.
Owens, Meeks chasing him over the screen. Ball stripped. Brown. Owens now. Following his own miss. Rush, wide open. That's his shot. Rebound Meeks. Barbosa sitting on 21 points.
Everybody's falling in love with that 3-point shot. Oh, big man inside. McDonald, that's a travel. But they did not call it. That was a whole ride to the basket, but McDonald, they didn't call it, so it counts. That's how it goes. Oh, do the shuffle. What you see?
That was at least 3, maybe another.
Yeah.
But the Ball Hogs will take it, and a timeout here with the Ball Hogs leading 44-40, and McDonald now with 8 points here for the Ball Hogs. Home stretch of this one. It's week 2 in this new Big 3 season. And Lisa, you think about your role, the defending champions, head coach with the triplets. This was a long wait to get to year number 4 in the Big 3. Revamped, you have to bring the fire rule, stays in Las Vegas. It's going to be so much fun going down to New Orleans for 3 weeks. And then the eye certainly on the prize for everybody in the league, the Bahamas, for the last 2 weeks of the season.
Yes, absolutely, Ed. It's we're happy to be back. We're happy to be able to have fans come out to the game and also to be on CBS. Like, these are a lot of milestones that we're really excited to have. And then the games have been excellent. When you talk about, you know, not just the triplets, but all of the teams coming out, these guys fighting hard to the end, the excitement that surrounds the big three, they have not disappointed. But the Bahamas, I gotta tell you, is a great nugget that's right out there dangling, you know, that is really inspiring to every team, including our team, Team Triplets. We'd love to be back there playing for a championship.
Semifinals and then the championship in early September, all on CBS. More rings await the winner. As for this game, first to 50 wins. You must win by 2. Ball Hogs right now up 45-40. Owen slips it. Bachman the roll. Hard foul, McDonald. Don't think you can argue that really, but Bachman's getting a 2-point shot, but he's got to get up first.
Yeah, Bachman, second time where it's like his leg looked like they got caught up under him. He's not feeling well, but guess what happens? Rick Mahorn, Rick Barry decides to bring the fire. I love this part, guys. You see the fire flames happening in the corner. We got the Taco Bell sponsor over on the side. Bring the fire is about to happen if Ronaldo Bachman can get up and play.
That was a hard foul by McDonald's. So got to check on Bachman first. Taco Bell bring the fire. Queued up by the Hall of Famer Rick Barry. Let's go back to the foul, Lisa.
Okay, he rolls to the basket, and oh, he runs into the leg of McDonald. So he could have hit part of his leg. Crashes into McDonald. He lands a little awkwardly in there. Maybe he's deciding if he wants to bring the fire or not. And you know Rick Mahorn, a bad boy, is looking at him like, are you seriously hurt or what? Are you going to get up and play?
Now, Lisa, Bachman appears to be fighting it out, and he'll be okay. If he can't go here, I think Rick Barry gets to choose the offensive player for the Aliens and bring the fire.
Is that right? Does he have, so he'll pick a player on the bench to bring the fire against? That's awesome. Ice Cube, shout out to Ice Cube who thought of everything. That would be so cool. So Bachman, if he can't play, that means he can't play the rest of the game, right? Like if you can't play in this possession, he has to be out. So I'm wondering if that's something he's going to decide. Because I would have to be carried out of here, not to play, and especially at the end of the game for bringing the fire. Let's go. Oh, Bachman said he can do it. Let's go.
All right, Taco Bell bring the fire. If Bachman scores or is fouled, 2 points to the Aliens. If McDonald gets to stop, that's it. You prevent the points and the scoring opportunity. Bachman denied. McDonald with the block, and you could just see Bachman shaken up. Did not have that burst.
Well, I'm just saying, if Bachman didn't have it, he should have allowed his teammates to sub in for him. Why stay out there? Man, I don't know. That's a lost opportunity. You should have let someone else who could have played get out there and defend. I know Odom's on the bench. They probably would have picked him to come out, but a healthy Odom able to contest the shot would have been better. Actually, he would have been on offense, so maybe he could have backed somebody down. You never know.
Bachman looks like his day is done heading back to the locker room. The rule is going to evolve. I think everyone's understanding, interpretation will only improve as the season goes on. But, Lisa, there's no doubt it's exciting, and it's back. Gonna bring the fire again.
Bring the fire again. DJ, keep the party rolling. I love it. Yes. So who is it now? Barbosa against Like Greg Oden or Owen?
Owen.
Let's see.
If it was Oden, I'd be a little scared for Greg Oden.
No, I think it's Greg Oden who called the foul. Yeah. So the big guy has to make sure he only has 3 seconds before Barbosa gets in. That's 1. 2, he's still outside the line. Oh, and he drives. Oh,
they called the foul on Oden. And that's 2 points for the Ball Hogs now.
That is 2 points for the Ball Hogs, only 1 point away.
Taco Bell, bring the fire, does not disappoint here in week 2. Elisa, 23 for Barbosa, and now point game for the Ball Hogs in game 3. Barbosa closed it out last week to the rim, and he scores. They're 1 point away.
Nice. Barbosa doing a nice job. His ability to get to the basket, his quickness, and I love the way he stretches that ball out every time and puts it in the basket before it can get blocked.
First to 50 wins. Owens, Meeks giving him the driving room.
Okay, Owens said, I see you, Barbosa. Take this. Jody Meeks, step up, guard me if you can. And here we go. Is this going to be game time?
Barbosa, crossover, leaner, got it!
Oh.
Another game winner, Leandro Barbosa, and the Ball Hogs are 2-0.
2-0. Rick Barry has to be so excited to see Leandro Barbosa, the Brazilian Blur, come through again for the first time in Ball Hogs history. They are 2-0.
The Brazilian Blur, it is no joke. Ball Hogs win it tonight on CBS. It begins with 60 Minutes, followed by Big Brother and Love Island. For Lisa Leslie, John Sally, our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports in association with the Big 3.